when I have a conversation with you or with anybody, or when I'm trying to teach something, my job is not to impart the information that I know better than you. Um, my job is to speak in a way so that what is right for you is more available to emerge from our conversation. Okay, so that is really hard to do for most people because what we've been taught by people who are just imparting information is that you have a teacher who just gives you the wisdom, you take the information down, you memorize it, you blah, 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 right? But instead, and particularly with sexuality and sex, what we need to do is recognize the absolute sovereignty of the individual and recognize that people are in all different stages of sexual development, and that does not depend on age. Some people don't really develop or understand their sexuality until a few years before they die, when of old age. Yeah. Some people get it really early. Is to speak to help people understand who they are out of themselves. So that's how we start to engage educationally. So every time I talk, if I don't fuck it up, I try to say, like, look, this is me, right? And I think that if you do some of these things that I'm asking you to do, something interesting will happen, but maybe not. Maybe it won't, right? That's sort of the low-level version of what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. If you'll notice, also, I talk about how I fail at my own goals all the time. And I'm doing it now. But I think it's important to acknowledge that, because when you ask me a question like this, it reminds me to do better. Mm-hmm. So I, that's why these kinds of conversations are so valuable for me, because they remind me to do better when I start telling someone else my crazy ideas. So when that's a sort of low level, it's like, well, you don't have to believe me. You don't have to accept what I'm saying, right? But anybody can say that. Anybody can be like, yeah, go shoot that guy. But no, I mean, you don't have to. But Go ahead, right. See what happens. But what I want really is just to sort of, and this is something about sex positivity that is really beautiful, and that we can learn from, even though I talk about its limits so often, is if we externalize our thought process and our process of life, it helps people understand that they can do that too. It's not giving them an exact map to follow, because you can't do that. It's giving them a sense of their own ability to do that, to create their own sort of living anatomy.